So, flashback to a week ago, we decided we would finish combat with the Rockman that came from the metal stick, because he was like, you know what, I'm kind of wigging out a little bit, I don't really know why I'm here, and everyone else is like, cool, no one really knows why we're here, it's called the human condition, so we decided to continue on business as usual. We were like, look, Mr. Unnamed Rockman, because you are currently unnamed, because we haven't had the common decency to give you a name when you don't really know what a name is, it's a unique identifier anyway, you don't feel it, you're a rock, you don't matter. We decided to take him back to the tavern after people had cooled off. Bobby was less in a homicidal rage / trauma that ensued. Skara reluctantly healed some people. So that was very nice of her. Raya was just nodding along to some shit. Jacbon, Thomas, you know, what were you doing? Still very slow. And Jace was simply vibing, in my opinion, still using a little bit of his detect magic. So, carrying on, we headed back to the Fang and Claw Tavern, where everyone kind of split off into little pairs and had their own scenes. Unlucky for Bobby and Thomas, they got stuck with Roland, who for some reason is still existing. They decided to have a little bit of a conversation, talk about food and coffee, and also talk to Lorelei, who was there just still definitely not, but also definitely being a witch. So, unlucky those guys. Caden and Raya went up into Caden's room, and Caden was like, yo, we need to buy some shit, but also what's this shaky hand business? Raya was like, hey, I'm gonna show you what that shaky hand business was, but she said that without using any words, because she is pretty much non-verbal. So we went into Raya's room, and there was all this hair on the ground, and Caden was like, bruh, this place is a fucking sty, get your shit together. And then she was like, I don't need to get my shit together, I'm a dog, you're not my mom, you can't control me, and turned into a dog. Meanwhile, downstairs, Scar was like, man, I have this magical knife. I don't know what it does. I'm going to go to the man with magic and knives. I'm going to go to Jace. Hey, Jace, what does this do? And Jace was like, oh. Anyway, that was outside of the tavern with Big Rock Boy. We then all decided to have a little bit of lunch. Jace kept Big Rock Boy company. I believe Scar also kept Big Rock Boy company. I'm calling him Big Rock Boy at the moment because he's currently unnamed because, as I previously mentioned, we didn't have the common decency to give him a name. However, after we'd all wrapped up some lunch, Jace was like, yo, I see some people coming, and decided to message and was like, yo, I see some people coming. So we decided to go outside and we met Barbara, who I'm not sure is actually named Barbara, but I'm pretty sure we've called her Barbara.
Batty.
Batty, that's the one. That's my peanut brain coming in.
Barbara.
There we go. But yeah, so we decided to look these people dead in the eye and just insult them, even though they were very scary looking people, one of them missing a nose and covered in scars. But then we were like, you know what? Fuck it. What's the worst that could go wrong? And then people started descending on giant dragonflies, so something's going wrong.